Man can't stand, you can't fight.
Well, I'm sure all the jiu-jitsu, judo practitioners out in the world would strongly disagree with that statement, but it motivated me, guys, to make a video about using low kicks for self-defense. What's up, guys? My name's Gabriel Varga. I'm a 6-time pro kickboxing world champion, and today I want to talk about using low kicks, Muay Thai or kickboxing style low kicks in a street fight. I want to talk about if they will work, if there's something you should be utilizing, and if so, what you should be keeping in mind to make sure you're staying as safe as possible when executing these low kicks. Intro first, guys, and then we'll get to all the information. Now I'm going to be super upfront and honest with you guys. I have about 45 full contact ring fights that include kickboxing, no pads on the knees, the head, the chest, just a pair of gloves. I have a couple MMA fights, and I have a lifetime, basically since I was 6 years old, of training in self-defense. But I have never been in a real street fight. Fought some of the most skilled athletes in the world with gloves on, with rules. Street self-defense is something different. So how have I managed to avoid being in a street fight? Well, I have a very calm demeanor, and when somebody approaches, they get in my face, they try to start something, I am very good at de-escalating the situation and just stopping anything before it happens. And I suppose you could say, yes, you've been in a couple street fights because somebody swung at you. Somebody did swing at me before. I've been pushed. Both times, block, get pushed back, just say, man, you don't want to do this. And they listen to me. But let's talk about if I was in a real situation where I really needed to defend myself, what is the likelihood that I would bust out these low kicks, which I've spent a lifetime working on? Well, I'm going to say it's very dependent on the situation. First of all, I'm going to assess, is there one attacker or multiple attackers? If there's multiple attackers, I want to be very aware that I want to deal with this guy at a distance. I don't want him to have any chance of taking me down, because once I get taken down with multiple attackers, it's all over. I cannot fight 2 or 3 guys on my back. I can fight them possibly standing up, but once I'm down, it's all over. So I need to assess first, when I throw my low kick, what is the likelihood that I'm going to get taken down for that? And it's definitely stronger, guys. It is a stronger likelihood that when I throw this kick and I'm on one foot, my balance is going to be a little bit weaker, and I'm going to put myself within that range where if the guy charges me and tries to go for a quick takedown or something like that, right here is not a good spot to be. So I need to keep that in mind. But at the same time, if I understand distance, I understand that back here, throwing the low kick is quite safe. From in here, throwing the low kick is very dangerous if I have other guys that I'm worried about defending and I'm worried about that takedown. Once I've assessed that and I decide, okay, there's one attacker, and maybe I don't want to punch him in the head. Let's say I don't want to do that. I don't want to give him a concussion. I don't want to have a big lawsuit because I gave him brain damage. And I decide the easiest way for me to deal with this, because I've already tried to walk my way out of it, tried to talk my way out of it. I've told this guy, look, I don't want to fight. I don't want to do this. And he's still in my face. And I've decided that maybe, I don't want to go for the throat. I don't want to go for the eyes. I don't want to grind shot him. Maybe I'll just give him a good blast to the thigh, and maybe that'll put him out of commission enough that I can just walk away and he won't be able to follow me. Is that realistic? Is that something that we can expect? Well, a low kick is very similar to somebody taking a baseball bat and slamming it in. Now, I'm sure everybody out there has been Charlie horsed by their older brother or their buddy, and they get hit and they go, oh, that hurts. Imagine trying to chase after somebody when that dead leg just hit you and you can hardly move that leg. You can hardly bend that leg. Well, that's the same thing with a low kick. If I have shoes on and I slam the shoe into the thigh, it's going to hurt. If I get a little bit closer and I drop my shin in, it's going to hurt even more. But I can't just walk straight in and throw this low kick, because in all likelihood, what you're going to be attacked with on the street is a big, ugly overhand. And if I step towards you to throw a low kick and I keep my head right in the center and that big bomb comes through and I get hit right here, right with one foot on the ground, it's going to be lights out, street fight over, not a good ending for you. I need to be aware of a couple things. The first thing is I want to maintain distance. I would personally do this with long open arms. From here, it looks like I want to fight. This looks like I'm ready to fight. This is not what I want. I don't want to edge this guy on. I always go like this. Whoa. And from here, I'm just as able to defend myself, if not more, because I'm keeping this rangefinder out. I don't want it right here. That means he can hit me. I want to be here. He can't hit me without stepping in. He steps in, I have a chance to step back. But from here, I can easily blast that low kick in and hopefully put this guy out of commission like that. And let's be honest, not many people on the street are going to know how to deal with that low kick. They might see it coming and go like this. Even worse, now they're really going to get wrecked because that's exactly what you don't want to do. Many people will not know how to catch the low kick, and hardly anybody will be aware enough to check. So yes, the low kick is something that could definitely work, but like I said, we need to be aware of that big overhand and the takedown. Now we've already dealt with the threat of the takedown by maintaining our distance. If the guy comes for the takedown and I'm far enough away, I can either readjust my feet or I can get my hands down, get that cross face in, and then sprawl from there. But that's a whole other different episode. Today we're worrying about that overhand. So when I throw my low kick, I have two options. But the one thing I don't want to do is just keep my head right here. Even if I feel like, okay, you know what? I'm at a pretty long range. I'm just going to kick. That's where I don't want to be. I either want to lean my head back a little bit, or I'm going to drop my head slightly off to the side, keeping the other hand right up. Either of those will get my head off that center line, so if that big punch comes, he can't hit me, or if it comes and I lean back slightly, he can't hit me. So ultimately, do I believe the low kick is something that can be used in street self-defense? Yes, absolutely. As I said, I've never had to defend myself in the sense that I actually need to throw back. But if I was with somebody and I went, you know what? This guy looks like he's getting ready to punch at me. I don't want to wait for him to throw one punch and I block it, and then another punch and I block it, and then he starts coming with multiple punches. Maybe I want to end it after he's attacked me once or twice and I've given him enough warnings. So my hands are up. Whoa, man, I don't want to do this. I really don't want, and I see him getting ready to pull his hand back and I just go, fine, okay. That, in all likelihood, is going to be the situation where now I can go, okay, you were warned, now I'm leaving. If the guy charges at you then, well, you got other things to deal with, but most likely that leg is going to be shot. And even if you need to, you can just do a little jog away and get back to safety and you don't have to worry about it again. That is my take on low kicks in street self-defense. What are you guys thinking? If you've executed them for years and years in the martial arts gym, do you think it's realistic to be able to use this in street self-defense? Let me know in the comments below. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, you enjoyed the application of kickboxing and Muay Thai in self-defense, let me know by giving the video a like. If you want more like this, other techniques, knees, elbows, clench, etc., let me know in the comments below. As always, guys, train hard. I'll see you back here soon for another video.